Hello and welcome to GSIC. I'm talking with Gary Gould of Panduit. Gary, what are the main trends driving the industry at the moment?
In physical infrastructure, there are a number of trends that really are shaping the marketplace. Cost reduction is a big one. It's a big one across the entire sector when you're talking about data center and cloud in general. But it's not the most pervasive. I think the most pervasive one is agility and the questions over how do you stand up a workload fast and how do you get the business agility that you need to ensure that you can actually deliver the services to your customers. And I think that's the most important trend over cost.
Okay, so that's the overarching superstructure. Is there any particular approach which is centre stage at the moment?
Yes, I think there is, and we're seeing that with the V-block type movement that began with the joint venture between VCE, Cisco and VMware, and that's becoming in vogue because it's very straightforward to stand up a cloud service very quickly. And if you want to set up a workload very quickly, from months to now 15 minutes, which is what V-block can do, and FlexPod's the same, V-Specs that's right-sized for the SME market. That's a very good approach to take, especially if you're looking at private cloud deployments right through to public cloud deployments. But of course, it has to be placed in a physical infrastructure that's robust enough to enable that cloud service to fly. It's a bit like traveling on a bumpy road with a very nice sports car. You still need the right infrastructure to maximize the performance of those converged platforms.
Panduit's a major player, but is there an industry-wide response to get the message or messages out there?
I think there's individual marketing responses from different companies that are in the physical infrastructure area. Unlike higher up the stack, layer 2, layer 3, where you see HP, Cisco, IBM almost drink from the same Kool-Aid in terms of what the key drivers are for their particular part of the industry, you don't see the same effect in physical infrastructure. At Panduit, we have something called unified physical infrastructure, which consolidates the physical infrastructure in a way that enables it to be ready for data center and cloud deployments. And we advocate that approach because that joined up approach ultimately gets better results.
How do you see things going forward? Do you think that by this time next year there will be a unified approach?
I hope so. I think in terms of the vision that we had, it started 4 years ago. We're beginning to see the reality with regard to our solutions actually joining together, slotting together with our technology partners as well. We work very closely with Cisco, IBM and HP to ensure that their solutions and roadmap are aligned with our roadmap so that the customer ends up with a great solution.
Gary Gould, thank you.
Thank you, Martin.